Just in the previous video, I taught you some strategies with indicators that will save you several years of learning in the world of trading, and is that when you start in this world, we usually end up getting frustrated if we do not get the results we expect. Even having a good run of profits, there is always a moment when we can lose concentration and take a loss that we do not expect. In this video, we are going to teach you step by step a fairly unknown indicator, but that is 50 times better than the RSI. You can adapt it to your trading and get a win rate above 90%. Welcome to the trader's game. And before we start, remember that in the description you have the links to join us in our Telegram community, where every day we post charts and analysis of what is happening in the financial markets. And also the trading bonus page, which has been updated and have added new promotions and free bonuses for all those who are starting in the world of trading. Do not forget to leave your email if you want to receive a weekly newsletter with everything that has happened during those days. We are in the Bitcoin chart with USDT. In the 1 hour time frame, we go directly to the indicators part and look for the trend ILO. As you can see, it is quite unknown, only 500 people use it, and when we click on it we will find something like this. If we compare it with the traditional RSI, we can already see several differences. Above all, it marks us much better when the complete trends begin and end, not only putting a couple of points that being beginners can confuse us. If you look closely, it marks the beginning and the end of the trends in a much clearer way. It also helps us to interpret the volatility and the overbought or oversold zones in a clearer way. When these purple lines are increasingly separated or on the contrary are coming together, the latter tells us that possibly the current trend is ending and a large area of lateralization of the price awaits us. This is a very basic explanation, but we are going to go a little further. First, in the configuration area, we will change the lookback from 50 to 30. You know that we always try to find the best ways to complete your operation. Another option that we will mark will be the bar color, that is to color the candles according to the trend in which we are, and especially to mark those areas of overbought and oversold. In the style part, it is more to the taste of each one, but I personally will place the lines in white and the central line of the RSI, for example, in yellow to see everything in a much clearer way. The next thing we have to do is to mark the area with value 0.1 and minus 0.1. If you zoom in a little, you can see that the same digit is expanding, but you just have to place it in the last value of 0.1 that appears. We simply throw a horizontal line and make sure that the coordinates are at 0.1. As you can see, if we go down, it moves all that distance to the line, and if you place it this way, it will be much easier to be right in the area. We click on accept, and in this case I am going to put red color to this zone because it will be where this price is really overbought. I will do the same at the bottom. I will place that line at minus 0.1, and in this case I will put it in green color, exactly the same but the other way around, and we would have our setup ready to operate. Only with this indicator we already have so much information that we will not need to add anything else if we are starting. For those of you who already have your own trades, I recommend you to add this indicator because it will increase your win rate a lot. But now we are going to look for a trade. The first thing we have to do is wait for a red or green zone to exceed these lines that we have just put. In the case that we are in this downtrend, at the time that the red zone touches this green line and begins to change the direction of the trend, we only have to wait for the first uncolored candle to close. Here, as you can see, we came from this downtrend and we have right here that first uncolored candle. We took our long trade, and as you can see, the trend has changed and we got on the train right at one of the best points, being an indicator to support other operations. In the case that you want to operate only with it, without adding anything else, I recommend that you do not place a fixed stop loss, because especially in markets as volatile as the cryptocurrencies will appear many divergences. But if you still want to follow a fixed long-term strategy, you will learn the same. Simply, for example, in this new entry that the indicators show us, we would place our stop loss above the previous structural maximums, and we would look for a ratio of 1:1, where we would take profits of half of our operation, and then we would place a second take profit in the ratio 1.5, always assuring profits. If we go a little further back, we see again another perfect entry. This kind of dynamic RSI expands, and we see all this red area below the green line. We look at the first candle appears without coloring, and we take our fixed operation. We place the stop loss below the previous structural minimums and place the first profit zone with ratio 1:1, and the second we take it to 1.5. So we will always ensure our operations and make the most of the trends. And of course, look at the hourly time frame. The percentages are quite juicy. In this case, we would be talking about a 1.15% profit in just a few hours, and that's if we do not use leverage. Just in the previous structure, we also have a couple of trades. Even a little further back, we have here a new take trade. We placed the stop loss below the previous lows and the first take profit at 1-to-1 ratio, and let the rest of the trade follow up to 1.5 ratio. Obviously, when the first uncolored candle is a candle with such a high volatility that we can already visually see it, we would not enter any kind of trade. We would simply wait for the price to consolidate again and take the next one. It is very important that we are disciplined with this kind of things to maximize our profits in the long term. And so that you can also see an example in the Forex market, we have gone to the euro-dollar chart, where you can see that the lines that we will place in this case will be at 0.04 and minus 0.04, as I said before, simply in configuration and coordinates, and you place the exact numbers. And it is completely spectacular how well it also works for Forex. There you have 3 out of 3 winning trades, just when it has marked those signals in a period of just 1 week, and with the convenience and simplicity of just having to wait for those specific moments to take our trades and take profits. I am sure that if you implement this indicator in your trading, you will love it, and it will help you to generate much more money with trading. I invite you to try it and tell us in the comments below what you think. Do not forget to stop by our free Telegram community. You always have the link in the description next to Trading Bonus, the company that offers everyone in our community the best promotions and free bonuses for those of you who are looking for a new trading platform. Again, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video of the Trader's Game.